All right, with Psalms 51 and 6. Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden parts thou shalt make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. All right, who are those broken bones, man? We read it in Ezekiel 37, the valley of dry bones. Why? Because our bones were broken down, man. We were broken down to dust, to powder, We were desolate. And then the Most High started bringing us up, started waking us up to this truth. We're Israelites, all right? As Israelites, you learn the name of Yahweh, which is the name of the Most High, and Yahweh Shai, which is the name of his only begotten Son. And as you grow in that truth, you learn that the law, statutes, and commandments are not done away with. You still got to keep them to the best of your ability. And as you grow in that truth, you learn who your enemy is, Esau, Edom. All right? And you learn that you have to be more spiritual. And you increase in wisdom, knowledge, understanding. You increase in prophecies. And when you increase in the faith of prophecy, you increase in the faith of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And it all takes steps. Steps, baby steps. It says, verse 9, hide thy face from my sins and blot out all my iniquities. Create in me a clean heart. Create in me a clean heart, O Yahweh, and renew a right spirit within me. Renew a right spirit within me. 36 and 26. Jeremiah, Ezekiel 30. Let me see. Salakia. Ezekiel 36 and 25. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you. All right? And what is that clean water? That's this doctrine, man. Like it says in Sirach chapter 24 and 24. The wisdom, knowledge, understanding, that is the water. The prophecies, that is the doctrine. You see? So it says, then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean. From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you. All right? And that starts up here. That doesn't mean he's going to get some water and pour it on you, and all the idols that you had in your past, you're just going to forget about, man. That's not what that means. All right? Verse 26, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. All right? Which is an understanding heart, an understanding mind. All right? When people say you're hard-headed, that's what that's talking about, a stony heart. All right? I will give you a fleshly heart, like a sponge, to absorb all the truth that the Most High has to give you. All right? This is Jeremiah 31 and 31. And it reads, Jeremiah 31 and 31. And it reads, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them up out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, saith Yahweh. All right, so it's not going to be it's not going to be the first covenant, It's going to be a new covenant. It says, But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it upon their hearts, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. You see? So it's always been about Israel, man. You know? It's not about, Edomites or anything else, man. Call yourself what you call yourself, but if you're an Israelite, all right, in the spirit, and you believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, even though you call yourself of another nation, all right, you're an Israelite. That's what that means. So it says, verse 34, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least even unto the greatest of them, saith Yahweh, for I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. All right, and what does Matthew chapter 1 say? Let's go to it. Salakia. Matthew chapter 1 verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushai, for he shall save his people from their sins. All right? So it's been said already, man. All right? It's already been said. Israel's going to be saved from their sins, and by Israel I mean the elect. The elect of Israel will be saved from their sins. That's where that mercy comes in. You see? But when it comes down to the 2/3, they're going to be cut off and die, as scripture says. All right? This is the book of Jeremiah. I think I'm done here. Yeah. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 9. The wise men are ashamed, they are dismayed and taken. Lo, they have rejected the word of Yahweh, and what wisdom is in them. Therefore will I give their wives unto others, and their fields to them that shall inherit them. From everyone, even from the least even unto the greatest, is given to covetousness. From the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely. All right, and that's why we fell. But it says, verse 11, for they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying peace, peace, where there is no peace. All right, and that's the covenant, not the covenant, but that's the doctrine that our people follow after. Peace, peace, where there is no peace, man. It says, verse 12, were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore shall they fall among them that fall. In the time of their visitation, they shall be cast down, saith Yahweh. All right? So you're going to fall among them that fall. And who are them that fall? Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. All right? So this is Joel. Joel chapter 2. I'm going to start off at verse 1 and I'm going to jump down. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the days of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand. All right? So the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is at hand, man. Those days are coming. And it ain't going to be something pretty. It ain't going to be something that you're going to be happy to see unless you're an elect, unless you're righteous, unless you're in the right conscience towards Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountain, a great people and strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after, uh, after it, even to the years of many generations. All right, so this hasn't happened yet. All right, and this is like metaphorical, man. You know, the way that it's explained, it's a metaphor for the ICBMs, the intercontinental ballistic missiles. You know, it says, "A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth." All right, so before them, all right, in front of them, all right, once they touch down, a fire devoureth, all right, and before them a fire burneth. All right, when you see them take off, you're gonna see that fire that's gonna project outside of that missile, man. You know, coming out of the silos. It says, "And the land is as the Garden of Eden before them." That means before they strike, the garden is pleasant. All right, the land is pleasant, the land is flourishing. All right, whether it be a couple trees or many trees. All right, there's gonna be life, is what it's saying. All right, it's gonna be as the Garden of Eden. There's gonna be life. All right, then it says, "And behind them a desolate wilderness." That means after the ICBMs hit, all right, it's gonna be desolate. All right, it's gonna be swooped, empty, destroyed. You know, it says, "Yea, and nothing shall escape them." All right, so for the 2/3 that think that they're gonna, you know, be safe in their bunkers or in their houses, all right, you're sadly mistaken, man. Because when that judgment comes and those ICBM missiles come, all right, what you're gonna get is destruction, all right? And they're gonna be brought by Russia, by all these other nations that hate America, all right? It says, verse 4, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses. That means strength. And as a horseman, so shall they run. All right? So the horses, all right, in ancient times, all right, the more horses and chariots you had, the more powerful you were. All right? You were judged by your military might. Nowadays, you're judged by your nuclear might, which is your military might. All right? Russia recently passed the United States in military might by their nuclear warfare. All right? Their nuclear weapons of mass destruction. They have more than the United States of America. China has somewhere close to that amount, you know? But Russia surpassed America, which goes to Revelation 13, all right, when it talks about the Edomite nations, the beginning being the leopard, which is the Greeks, all right? And it says the feet are as the feet of a bear, which is the end, which represents Russia. And then the mouth is as the mouth of a lion, which represents Great Britain, all right, being the strength of America, you know? So going back to Joel 2:5 says, like the noise of chariots and the tops of mountains shall they leap. All right, the tops of mountains. Mountains are seen as governments. All right, nations. You know, so from nation to nation, from government to government shall they leap. All right, as chariots, which is what? For battle. You know, World War III. So as chariots shall they leap from place to place. If you ever seen Terminator, all right, that nuclear warfare that happened, whether it be by accident or not, which is spiritual, all right, because it says that the Most High is going to guide those missiles, man. You know, 200 million, you know, which is 200,000, which is 200 million. You know, the Most High is going to guide it to where not one shall thrust another all right? And the defense missiles are not going to do a damn thing, man. Because Russia just recently developed, I believe it was a couple months ago, all right, a supersonic missile